Welcome to the EDSC 590 course. This is a short overview on how to use our Blackboard site for learning in this course. This is the very first time we're offering this course without any synchronous sessions. Usually we have 3 sessions. So I've made some screencasts here to help us in this process since we won't have our synchronous sessions this semester. Okay, what you're looking at is the home page. So these here are the things on our home page. We have the announcements, to do, my tasks, what's new. The main thing here is you will see announcements. I'll post those pretty regularly, once a week, if not more often. The second tab here is Meet the Instructor, and that just has a little picture of me, the best ways to contact me, and really the very best way is through email. Below is a little introduction you can click on, and it will have a little introduction of myself so you can learn more about me. If you click on Tools, it has a lot of different things you can do. One of the most important things is Blackboard Collaborate and Announcements. So if you click on here, shortly it will have our announcements for the class, but right now I haven't posted anything. So announcements are really important. The other thing in this tab is Blackboard Collaborate. So if you need to meet with me and you can't see me in person, I will create a session and you can click on Scheduled Sessions and you'll be able to enter the session to meet with me. You'll be able to see and hear me even though we're not meeting face to face. But we can meet at the same time in this Blackboard Collaborate space. So again, if you click on Tools to get to Blackboard Collaborate, you just click there and then I'll have scheduled a session where we can meet and you'll click on that and you'll enter that particular room. The key is to enter the room for the scheduled session. This room up here is just a generic session. So when you have a meeting with me, click on the scheduled session and then enter that session. Under Tools, you'll also see a variety of other helpful things. Sometimes you might want to send an email to one of your classmates. Other times you might want to look at your grades. You might need help in Blackboard, more technical help than I can give you, so you'll click there. Okay, so under Tools is Syllabus and Expectations. And I know you all can read all of this, but just to give you an overview, this is just basic expectations of what will be happening in the course and what you'll find in the course as we're going through the semester. It's just a 2-page Word document, and I highly advise reading that. The next thing here is the syllabus. I'm not going to open that because there's the same version of the syllabus here. This is a Word document, and this version is one within Blackboard. So basically, you can use these different tabs to tab through it, and it will take you to a particular part. And it goes through all the aspects of the course that you would be concerned about. But the most important thing to me is the schedule. Big thing to hit here is notice the schedule starts Tuesday, because that's the official first day of classes for this semester, spring 2016, and it goes all the way through May 2nd. So here, what you will find is the date, what learning module you'll be on, and then what is due. Notice there's nothing due the first day of class. The first assignment is due by Monday, January 25th, which is at the end of the first week. So this is when things are due, this very last column. And this is for the current week, what you'll be working on. So I will let you go through there with all the tabs. But again, if you rather see it in a Word document, you can see it in a Word document. I'm going to go back so you can see it. Hold on. I'll go back this way. I want to click through all those things. Okay, so that takes you back to the expectations, the Word document of the syllabus, and then if you click on that, you can start navigating the tabs again. These are just some resources for you. Responsibilities and services for online classes. My email again if you have a question, and this is for more technical questions. The next tab here is Course Overview. In Course Overview, we have a lot of really important things. Here, we have an overview of all the modules you'll be covering in our weekly activities. This if you want to see the course at a huge one snapshot glance. If we go back, we have in the major course assignments folder. In that folder are two big projects. The mini application project, which is our first project. Under here it has a description with the rubric attached, an outline, and this is where you can really just put all your information for your project into because it's an empty PowerPoint template. And then there's 3 example projects, all PowerPoint examples. So going back out of that, we have the same thing basically for our final research paper. So if you click on that one, again, you'll see a project description and rubric. And this is a shell, a template in APA format for your paper. You may have to do some adjustments depending on the different sections of your paper, but it has a rough APA format in it right now. And then there's 3 example papers in Word format. And those are just outside of the learning modules, resources for you for those major projects. You will be assigned those within the learning modules, but this is just a little one-stop shop, everything you need to know about the projects. These are course rubrics. So again, you'll see one for participation, but the again part was you'll see the rubric again for the final research paper and the mini application project. And then weekly work, you'll get those in the learning modules. So those rubrics for the weekly activities will be inside the learning modules. Okay, last part of the course overview is FAQ blog. This is if you have a question, you can start blogging about it, and I'll read your blog and I'll hopefully you'll ask a question and I'll answer it for you. But that way everybody can see the answer, so it will be helpful for people if, let's say, they have the same question. Okay, that is everything under course overview. So the next thing you have is learning modules. Right now, I've only made one available. More will be coming available by the end of the week. I just don't want to overwhelm people. There'll be 15 overall. Basically, you click on the module, and the first thing you'll see is basically a summary of everything that is due. So it goes through in a little table and tells you everything you'll be working on this week. The other way you can navigate it is on the side. This has the actual content. So the first thing is an additional reading. So if you click on that, the additional reading will pop up. The second thing you will have is the Learning Module 1 PowerPoint presentation. All of the modules will be set up this way, where you have the grid or the table of, are you on track? Then there'll be any additional readings. Then you'll have a PowerPoint presentation, and you can look at it in 4 different formats. One is narrated, one is just the PowerPoint without the narration. The next one is like an audio version. And the last one is just a transcript in a Word document. So whichever format works best for you. Usually there'll be some kind of reading quiz. Not all the time. Sometimes it's an activity, but a lot of times there's a quiz. In this particular module, then I ask you to go to the discussion board and post there. So if you click there, it'll take you right to the discussion board. And this week I'm asking you to introduce yourself. So it'll say, click on the introduction forum and answer the questions that I had on the thread there. So our thread here goes through 10 questions, and I just ask you to click on introduction forum and post. So going back to the learning module you were in, so you know how to get back to it. The next thing is there's an assignment. It's actually not due till February 1st to give you a little extra time, but you can click on that and submit the assignment. So basically you would attach a file. I would definitely recommend attaching a file rather than cutting and pasting it into the space there. And then you hit submit. So browse your computer, attach the file, and submit. And the last thing you'll have here is another checklist. And you can click on it, and it's, again, a Word document just to make sure. It's the same as the beginning grid, just to make sure that you went through all the things for the module. It's a little check yourself, a condensed version of the table you had in the beginning. Okay, so that goes through what each learning module will look like. They will all have the basic setup where you have a table to begin with and a table to end with, and your work in between. And usually there will always be a PowerPoint presentation to guide your work for the week. So after the learning modules, here is activities and assignments. All of these activities and assignments will be assigned within learning modules, but this is another place where you can find the directions and the rubrics for each one. So again, just another resource for your final research review paper. Here it has the rubric and an outline, that template I talked to you about in APA format. Here you have the same thing for the mini project. You have your rubric and the PowerPoint template, like a blank PowerPoint. Here's a little place where you can cut and paste this outline for the mini application project into a Word document and submit it. You can also just start filling out the PowerPoint template if you want when you submit the outline. There are 3 other projects here. Again, these are all assigned in learning modules. These 2 come up in the second and third weeks. This is the only one you have assigned during the first week, the city training activity. Okay, so that's activities and assignments. This is another way to directly access the discussion board. You can get through it typically through the learning module where something is assigned, but you can also directly click on it. There'll be 3 times when you need to post. Then week by week, you'll be posting and research review. Oops, I skipped ahead, didn't I? Hold on a second. After discussion board, there's my grades. You'll notice I don't have any grades, but your grades should be posted there. Sorry, I had skipped ahead. So that after discussion board is definitely the My Grades. Then under My Grades is your research review wikis. And this is where you'll be posting every single week. And you'll want to post under your name unless you decide you want to work in a group. If you want to work in a group, email me and I will set up a group wiki for you. So what I've done is I've put in a practice wiki. So basically, with the practice wiki, it's just to show you how to set yours up. I recommend that for each piece of your paper, you put in a new wiki page. So the first wiki page I'm going to do is intro. And you hit submit. And then I can continuously go back in and update my intro because your introduction will be one of the first things you work on. Then if I want to add something else, let's say the method, I could create another page. And if I hit method, you'll notice I can click on and go to my intro page, or I can click on my methods page. And then I can edit it, or anyone else in the class can edit it. A lot of people like to keep just one page and put all their paper pieces on it. It's a little bit difficult to navigate like that. So I recommend setting up different pages. If you want to comment on your fellow classmates' work, you hit the comment button here and it will let you add a comment to that particular wiki page. And I'm not going to add one, so I'll hit cancel there. The other thing is if you want some group space to work in, and this is beyond the research review wikis, if you want some group space to work in, I can set up a group for you to work in, and this can be some workspace. A lot of times people like to work within their wiki or within Google Docs. The next section is the Blackboard helps. Here is the Blackboard help provided by Blackboard. So if you're having any difficulties, you can click on the Student Blackboard Help. The next thing you'll see is Blackboard Tutorials. So you can click on here if you need help on something in particular in Blackboard. So they have some student videos for you. The next thing they have here is FAQ. You can link directly to FAQ, blog, and discussion, just a different way in. And then these are some library resources that our librarian, this is her, Andra School, has posted for you. These are the basics of the course. It was just a quick overview. I will have a discussion section within the first 2 weeks of class. It's totally optional, but you'll be able to log into Blackboard Collaborate and ask me questions if anything I've gone through in this short module has confused you. Hopefully, it's gotten you off on the right foot. Thank you.